if you want to join us, then please do on either of the channels. We seem to be a bit dodgy on Facebook at the moment.
Is that right?
Like jerking, so I don't know if it's worth being on
bandwidth.
Being on Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Okay, so hold on, we're rapidly approaching the last half hour of the show this evening. So if for the last half hour, obviously we've had no phone calls whatsoever tonight, so the telephone number is 01207 795 005. If you want to text us, you can either do that with the text number. The short number is 60777. And please start your message with 89MX4. That's 89MX4. Or you can get us on WhatsApp. Okay, so it's 077 426 60483. That's 077 426 60483.
Right. And if you're watching any of the live streams, either whether you're watching us on Facebook or you're watching us on YouTube, can you tell us whether we are jerking? Because it looks like it is on this side. And if we are, then obviously I'll get rid of one of the streams, because it may be that we're not, there's not enough bandwidth for both of them from the same computer. So if you let us know, if you're watching either the Facebook or the YouTube live stream, you let us know how we are on both of them, then we'll obviously take it from there. Anyway, so we've had Robert, we've had Annabelle, we're now going to move on to Ruby. Ruby and the Haunted Doll.
Yeah, Steve, if it's the pictures jerking, not us jerking.
Yeah.
Paddy didn't engage brain before opening mouth.
What sort of good are you not coming on? Yeah, you're a bit jumpy on Facebook. What about the YouTube? What about like on YouTube? YouTube seems to be no, I think we're a bit jumpy on YouTube, aren't we?
Do you want to knock YouTube on the head and we'll stick with Facebook, because we've got people.
We'll get rid of. Right. There, that's it. We're back. We should be back to normal on Facebook now. So if you can see us on Facebook, then that's fine. If you can't, then you're not looking. Anyway, where was I? Ruby, the Haunted Doll. Donna and Greg Newkirk's Traveller Museum of the Paranormal and Occult have an extensive collection of supposedly haunted and definitely creeping objects worth seeing. Among them is Ruby the Haunted Doll, a porcelain, paint and fabric doll from the early 1900s that originated in South Ontario. According to the museum's description, Ruby spent decades in an attic and basements as she was passed along by people who wanted nothing to do with her. The Newkirks report that previous owners came to believe she is still the possession of a young girl who died while holding the doll. Like the other dolls listed here, Ruby is said to be able to move on her own, but what makes her especially interesting is the feeling of sadness or nausea that overcomes anyone who holds her. The Paramuseum Ruby exhibit is not necessarily threatening or evil as associated with other dolls, but if you get to check out the Travel Museum, and you most certainly should, you can say hello to Ruby before hanging out with the famous idol of nightmares, Billy. Then we've got Peggy. As far as haunted dolls go, Peggy looks fairly mundane with blue eyes and blonde bob, but she might make you sick. Something of an internet sensation, Peggy was owned by British investigator Jane Harris of Haunted Dolls and has been reported to cause nausea, dizziness, headaches, and perhaps even heart attacks in those that simply see her photograph. Those that encounter her in person might even go mad. Harris came into possession of Peggy courtesy of the previous owners who said the doll was causing bad dreams, and mediums who have visited the doll have claimed she is inhabited by a spirit persecuted in life, possibly with ties to the Holocaust. Harris and her team came to believe Peggy's spirit is a woman from 1946 London who died of an illness that ailed her chest. The woman also apparently hated clowns, which is ironic for a ghost inhabiting the doll. Apparently, in order to avoid having too much information about about her, Peggy also made Harris's notebook go missing following the seance. Most recently, Peggy was acquired by Zach Baggins,
Oh, hey, here we go. Here's Zach again.
Ghost Adventures, who was displaying the doll at this haunted museum in Las Vegas. Baggins said Peggy has affected him in more than the Robert doll, claiming a typewriter began typing on its own during a seance with Peggy. Yet that since taking over ownership, Peggy has manifested flies and poltergeist activity. To view it at this museum, he requires visitors to sign a waiver, which is either a great safety measure or a brilliant publicity stunt.
You see, this is the thing is now with him, his name being mentioned, I'm now sort of thinking to myself.
Yeah, he's going down the route of the Warren.
Gone the Warren route here now. But the thing is, at the end of the day, though, I mean, if we step back up there, because obviously you mentioned the things about clowns and stuff as well. I do know people who have a unnatural, unnatural fear.
Yeah, clownophobia. Clownophobia. But
also,
clowns were originally to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't there. They became a sort of laughing stock later on, but they were actually meant to be a horror thing.
Yeah.
The circus, whatever. Circus, the ones that do all the like sort of stabbing yourself with pins and.
I'm trying to think of the.
That was all ghosts. That was all ghosts. That was all clowns.
Yeah.
That was supposed to do all that sort of stuff. And the whole chucking and bucket of water on you was supposed to be frightening you. And so the clowns were originally. So people who have fear of clowns are actually right to have fear of clowns because they were originally designed to scare you.
There's one person though as well who you if you were like sort of Halloween or whatever, you know, people wearing masks.
Yeah.
Couldn't.
Yeah.
Had to leave the room because people with masks on and stuff like that as well. I think.
Any excuse not to give them trick or treat.
Oh,
you got a mask on.
Yeah, but no, I think I mean there is, like I said, we're going back to the fear of dolls and things we were talking about earlier on, and there is a definite there's a medical term, I do believe.
But it's going to be something phobia, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, are you going to tap on you?
I will. The fear of dolls. The fear of dolls is.
Dollophobia. No, it's
dollophobia, right? Ironically enough,
it's not, is it?
It's a pediophobia.
Pediophobia.
Yeah. Pediophobia is the unwarranted, irrational, and persistent fear of or worry of dolls. Yeah, pediophobia. So if you're a pediophobia or phobia or whatever, however you say it, then you're frightened of dolls. So yeah. So Harold, whether or not it's factually correct, Harold the doll has the reputation for being the first of many haunted dolls to be sold on eBay. Choreophobia is clowns.
Yeah.
The
clowns one's a big thing, as I know. I mean, we had a good friend who was actually in the chat room tonight who we used to take the mickey out of, and he wasn't bothered really by clowns. We used to make out that he wasn't comfortable with clowns, bless him. But it got into a bit of a joke. But the thing is like I say, it's I've seen people genuinely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where even one's come on TV.
Aaron is a fear of clowns. Yeah. Not like it's severe fear, but he has a fear of clowns.
Yeah, I've seen people panic.
Why he his dad?
Oh dear, we get some mileage out of that, but we haven't had time. But no, there is. I have seen, sort of people's reactions.
Yeah.
Phobia. I don't like snakes. I hate snakes.
Yeah.
And my reaction when the last time I saw a snake, it was pretty.
Yeah.
Kids thought it was amusing. Dogs.
That's my phobia.
Dogs.
Yeah. Unless I know the dog, I have a severe fear of them. If I see a dog, then I will cross the street to get away from it.
No, right.
I have a real, even though I love dogs.
Yeah.
But if I don't know the dog, I have a massive fear pair of them. I don't know what it is. I mean, yeah, I got bit when I was younger off little Yorkshire Terriers and stuff like that, but not severely enough.
Christine saying she doesn't have a phobia of clowns, but she's wary of them.
Yeah, especially when they've got that bucket and they're swinging all over. You know,
Yeah.
whoa, what's going to happen with this bucket? Oh, is he going to chuck water on me? Oh, is it going to be toilet pieces of paper? I'm pretty wary of them as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty wary of them because they take money off it. So, whether it is factually correct or not, Howl the doll has the reputation. Diane doesn't like clowns. She's not scared of them. She just doesn't like them.
No.
Whether it's true or not, Howl the doll has a reputation for being the first haunted doll to be sold on eBay. His auction earned him media attention and later an appearance on Ghost Adventures with Zach Baggins.
There you go.
But Zach Baggins hates dolls, but it's also good television to feature allegedly haunted dolls on a ghost show. So in that sentence alone there, he's basically making the statement that he's gone down the route of the Warrens.
No,
you know, I don't like dolls, but they're good for TV, so I'll have them on there.
Yeah.
The initial story behind the badly worn doll is that he belonged to a young son of a Florida man who had passed away in 1940. When the son died, the man and his wife reported hearing crying and singing from the boy's bedroom. A priest advised him to burn the doll, but it wouldn't burn, so the man kept it in his shed for about 60 years. And then the original eBay seller put Haunted Harold up for sale after blaming the doll for his cat dying and losing his girlfriend to the pool man 2 days after buying it. Now, there's lots of different reasons, or there's lots of different things to blame somebody when you lose your girlfriend. But how weird to turn around and say, "Oh, it's Harold the doll."
I've just got this picture. I've just got this picture in my mind of the girlfriend's walk past the pool. She's been talking to the pool man, and it's like across her backside or something.
Right.
He said being incredibly sexist, but do you know what I mean? Or something along those lines. Yeah,
And he bought the doll off the pool man.
He bought the doll off the pool man?
Yeah, he bought the doll off the pool man. So the pool man sold him the doll and stole his girlfriend.
The pool man is obviously a very intelligent bloke.
Aye.
Oh, man alive. I don't know, some crackers out there.
He was bought for $300. Harold was passed along from one owner to the next, and some believed he caused misfortune everywhere he went. Noises were heard, and occasionally it would seem Harold's expression had shifted to a smile. According to the Ghost Adventures episode, a friend of one of the owners developed a brain tumor shortly after visiting Harold. Anthony Quinnan purchased the doll in 2004 and said there were souls in prison by the doll. He chronicled attacks by Harold on him and others in a book about his time with the doll. Now, if you actually go onto YouTube, you can actually see a video.
Diane's asked what type of doll is he?
He's, I wish I could show you. He's quite a strange looking doll.
What? What's his name?
Oh, no, sorry, that's the little doll. Sorry, the Harold doll is this one here.
Hold on a second, I'll tell you what we're going to do.
That's the Harold doll.
Oh, that's doesn't look right. I'll look I'm just trying to think here if I can do this. Where are we? Looks like you put Harold in and Harold Shipman comes up.
If you put denimgeek.com on.
I've just put,
And what kind of doll is he? I mean, that steals women. No, it wasn't the doll that stole the woman. It was the fool man who sold the doll for $300. So the bloke was $300 out of pocket and a girlfriend. So
right, what I'm going to do is, I want to, if I can, No, favourite images. Didn't want to do that. It's now a favourite image on the. This is great radio, folks. Just talk amongst yourselves while we work this one out.
Well, I've only got 16 minutes to fill, Dave, so it's all right.
Oh, I hope everybody hasn't. Where are we? Now, for some reason, that's amazing that it's not allowing us.
Not allowing you to share the picture.
It's not. No, well, it's not. It's not allowing us to share the picture, but it's not allowing. My phone refuses to download it.
Oh, right.
Because I've got a full length one.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're on.
So what I'm going to do now is if I do Facebook.
Right, so what Dave's posting now is a picture of the Harold doll. So if you
go onto the Facebook page, everybody, and fingers crossed. So where are we? Harold.
So this is Harold who steals women. No, this is Harold. So he steals money. Yeah. But it was Harold the haunted doll. And Dad said she's found it.
There we go. He's a handsome chap.
Yeah, he looks like he's got an eye, doesn't he?
Yeah. There we go. That's posted there now, guys. That is actually that's on the old.
He just looks like a really old doll, doesn't he?
He does. He's.
But is he worth $300? If somebody offered you that doll for $300, would you go, yeah,
do you know the thing is? Do you know the thing is? I always seem to. I like that Antiques Roadshow on a Sunday night. Obviously, I can't watch it because now I have to record it because obviously you're on air at the time.
Hey.
But I used to quite religiously tune in to Antiques Roadshow. It's probably about the only thing I watch.
What, just to get the laugh at the person who thinks they've got like something that's worth millions and millions of pounds, and then they get shown it there. No,
I genuinely love some of the reactions they get, like when they sort of like, oh, it's worth like 8,000 quid.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm never going to part with it or whatever. But I've got to be honest with you.
Like a paint, definitely does.
They had
And some new clothes.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. They had on a doll, and the lady who's a doll expert got herself very excited, and it was, you know, you like sort of, I don't know, she was like, oh, this is absolutely amazing, and you don't see this, and this doll, and this, and the clothing, and it was worth like 25,000.
Oh yeah, some it's ridiculous.
And I've got to be brutally honest with you. If you were if you were clearing like somebody's house out and you saw this doll, you'd be like, yeah, that's just going down the.
Well, of course you would. You would. In fact, he watches the Antique Road just to see things from his childhood.
Thanks, Steve. I'll get you back for that.
No, they didn't get back that far.
No, free television, free radio.
So you're absolutely right. I mean, how many? I mean, I obviously was brought up in a house full of women. From the age of 9, there was me and 3 other women in this house. So obviously, I was surrounded by dolls. Some of them were quite spooky.
Yeah,
you know, just to see them, you know, like sort of, you know, like obviously after a while, dolls tend to wear, and there'd be things like, you know, when you lie a doll down, its eyes closed, and then when you obviously,
I know that was,
you know, the eyes would be open again. But there was times when you would put one down and one eye would shut and the other one would stay wide open.
I'm watching you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ooh, below the belt.
Yeah. Thank you, Christine. I know you're supporting us there. But no,
unlike your belt.
Yeah. Way. Like I said, my sister had one of those tiny tears. I'm sure it was tiny tears, and it used to cry, and then it used to wet itself as well.
Was that not just you, dear?
No. Was it?
That was when you were 12.
No, I was older than her. She had a tiny tears.
Right.
And that there was one that she had in particular, and it used to do that thing with the eye. Well, I think what she'd done is, I think she'd poked its eye,
right,
and she broke the eye.
Yeah.
So kind of.
No, so one of the eyes shut and the other one didn't.
Yeah, and I remember one night I was sitting watching television, and it was just like.
This doll was sitting watching you.
Yeah, it was sat on the chair watching us, and it had one eye open and one eye closed, and I threw a pillow with it and carried it out and went and put it in the bedroom for her. She had one that used to,
You carried it out and put it in the bedroom, really?
for her, yeah.
Not just like pick it up and go, get out!
No,
Because
no.
that's what I would have done.
No. She had one that used to cry as well. You know, it used to have one of those, like the weights in with like an air, like a bellow. And it used to, when you could rock it backwards and forwards and it would cry.
Oh, yeah.
Do
I thought you meant
remember?
cry as in like tiny tears cry, like
No.
tears.
She
But
had,
yeah.
she had another one, and it was like, it was like a
It was a metal thing inside, and
there was a
you
weight
rock
on
it,
it,
yeah.
and it rocked.
And it like,
And she had one of them, and I remember one night it was sat on the chair, and that made a noise, and it was I was pitch black. I was watching. I think I'd snuck in to watch TV, and I was watching TV, and this thing made a noise. I don't know whether I knocked it. I don't know. You know what I mean? But and I tell you what, man, that TV was off.
Just when you're about watching TV, I was watching. Was it The Woman in Black? Or was it something else? It was a film like The Woman in Black. It might have been The Woman in Black. It was like I had a chatty Kathy and it randomly used to talk. Yeah. And I'm sitting watching the TV, and like I say, it was some sort of haunted thing. You know, can't remember. I think it was A Woman in Black, but I can't remember. And I had two black and white cats, and I only had one. Now, one of them, the one that passed away, used to like running up the curtains. And so I'm sitting watching Woman in Black, or we'll say A Woman in Black just for, I mean, it maybe it wasn't, but we'll just say it for easiness. So I'm sitting watching Woman in Black, and out of the corner of my eye, all I see is this black and white thing shooting up the curtains. Now, whilst I'm watching Woman in Black, I'm not thinking, oh, my cat's about to climb up the curtains. All I see out of the corner of my eye is this thing shooting up the curtains. Now, I don't know if you've seen Woman in Black, but it's quite a spooky film. And there's quite a few jokes in it and stuff like that.
I haven't seen it.
So you're sitting watching in the dark, as you do, because you have to watch a film in the dark.
Yeah.
And this cat shoots up the curtains, you know. I'm now sitting on a 2-inch cushion. Or at least it felt like it was 2 inches cushion, you know, which was man-made, shall we say, this cushion, because of the fact that the cat got up there. Obviously, you know, I'd cut myself. No, I hadn't really, but that, I could have quite
I thought you had piles or something.
Yeah, right, guys. So anyway, so about your spooky, I'll come with the chat room again. I haven't really, I'm here. Oh, Jeff.
There's Paddy yawning.
I was going to say, Jeff, you're boring us.
Savage.
So anyway, one last one before we go. The letter doll. Letter Letta, the letter doll. The story of Letta is one of those that, if only portions of it are true, it's creepy. Owner Kerry Walton said he discovered the doll in the 1970s under the floorboards. Now, if you thought Harold was a scary looking doll, Google Letta. Google the letter doll. This is the one I was talking about. There's actually,
if somebody finds my mobile phone with all these pictures on, they're going to think
there is actually a YouTube video of the letter doll. I know that because I've seen it not so much. The story of the letter is one of those that, if only a portion of it true, is damn creepy. Owner Kerry Walton said he discovered the doll in the 1970s under the floorboards of an abandoned house he was scavenging in Wagga Wagga in Australia. Wooden and with glass eyes, the doll was put in his trunk. Walton then proceeded to drive home until, that is, he heard movement and a howl of "Let me out," hence the name Letta.
That looks like a TV. Yeah, what's it called?
It looks like a ventriloquist dummy, doesn't it?
I'm trying to think what.
Or like a TV personality.
Oh.
Bob Monkhouse.
No, you can't say that. Bob Monkhouse.
Yeah, but look, it looks like Bob Monkhouse.
You reckon?
Well, it's got a look of Bob Monkhouse.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Upon bringing Letta home, Walton said his children were terrified of it and said they heard it talking to itself and moving on its own. Also, dogs apparently acted aggressively toward it. Those who have encountered the letter doll may have vivid nightmares or feel nauseous. Plus, Walton suggested letter walks around at night. When he had it examined, Walton, he's got a canny conk on him, yes. When he had it examined, Walton claimed a letter dated back 200 years, made with a real human hair by East European gypsies, and it was supposedly haunted by a restless spirit of a drowned boy. Unsurprisingly, the letter made the television rounds and became a famously haunted doll, and Walton has vowed not to get rid of it, despite the inky cloud of dread and anxiousness hanging around it. Then again, he does travel with the doll and charges for photographs with it.
Right, so hold on a second. I'm going to
Looks like an American Indian actor. Looks like a Terrahawk. Ah, he does, yeah.
Hold on a minute. We're putting. I'm going to put this on. So that is.
That's the letter doll.
Where are we?
So yeah, he has got a cunning nose on, and like I say, you can actually see a video of him. I believe it's YouTube where you can see a video of him. I'm sure I've got it somewhere. Might even have been Facebook. If I can find it, I shall post it on Facebook. But basically, it's like a list of scary dolls, and some of these that we've actually discussed tonight are included in them. But yeah, I know there's definitely a video of it.
Oh, do you know what? I hate autocorrect.
Autocorrect.
Terrahawks. I love it.
I does look like the Terrahawk.
Does definitely look like the Terrahawks there. We're gonna share that onto the news feed there now. Right. So that photograph is there. And there we go, smashing. So that's on there. Tell me what you
super
think.
Smashing.
Super smashing, yes.
Yeah, they were going Terrahawks. Terrahawks.
Yeah. Was that was Zelda, wasn't it? Out of the Terrahawks. Is it Zelda?
Yes. I think it definitely sounds like
God,
it. Yeah.
that's taken me back a few years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember that Paddy that was in black and white? That's a colour
Oh,
photograph.
shoot up, man. Terrahawks was never in black and white. Terrahawks was always in colour. Terrahawks was the one with the little boxes, wasn't it, with X's on it?
Something like that.
Yeah. Where's that? There we go. I've got it. Let's have a look, see if I can share it. These are 10 haunted dolls caught on camera. So this is videos of 10 haunted dolls. And as I say, I'm sure the letter doll is in amongst them. Let's have a look. Share it. We want to share it on the timeline. We want to share it. We want to share it on the page. Yeah, that's the one we want to share it on. So yeah, so it's 10. So not only is it the ones that we mentioned.
Terrahawks was what?
Terrahawks was balls with Windsor Davies. Was it? And yes, bad guys for boxes. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, there were little square boxes. Yeah.
I just remember she's a proper good looking woman, like, isn't she?
Dave, we're back to the online dating again.
I'm sure you showed me a photo of her the other week.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've had women worse than that. It's a tree online.
Oh, God. She's definitely got a face for radio.
Yeah, I always remember. Yeah, in actual fact, if you go on to that 10 haunted doll, the very first story is the letter doll.
Is it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, so I've shared that on Facebook now. So
well, I tell you what, guys, you're listening there. Get yourself on the Amber Radio on Facebook. Like the page, and then tell us what you think of the pictures there. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, there's some pictures on there. There's some. I've just shared 10 haunted dolls caught on tape. So the first one is of a guy talking into a webcam, and the doll behind him moves. Now, obviously the skeptic in me says it's at the end of the bed. You could quite easily, you know. If he got up and started dancing around, different story. Dave, if you take your glasses off and use the agent app several times, yeah. Oh, he said about you looking like you. Yeah, that's not very nice.
There's the glasses off. At least I've had my hair cut this week because last week I looked like I'd been.
Nah, I was going to say I need my hair cut, definitely. Dave, I can see you. I just saw you looking. I can see you on here.
I've got some pledge next door.
There is hair there. It's just at the side. That's all.
To be fair, like,
right. Anyway, so we'll put some pictures on there. We've had a discussion about some demon dolls. If there's something you want us to discuss, then please get in touch. Because as always, the show is about you. So it's anything you want to. So if there's something that you want to discuss or something that you think we should discuss, then please get in touch.
And again, I'm sort of really want, if you run a paranormal group or you're listening to a member of a paranormal group,
that needs trimming though. It's getting in your eyes.
If you're a member of a paranormal group and you want to let us know about your investigations and things that you're up to when you're in the northeast, in fact, to be fair, we don't really mind where you are.
No.
You know, if you want to,
we'll discuss anything, anywhere, anytime.
Get in contact with us. Give us a shout out if you've got any video, you've got any photographs or anything like that at all that you want to send to us. And
I'm going to put a page on the website, which is going to be just for things like this, like videos and photos, etc. There'll be some photos that we took on our course front ourselves.
Yeah.
Once Dave has edited the video, we'll get that on as well. But if there's something you want to discuss or us to look up, then please get in touch. We're now at the end of the show, sadly. Just as James Reed joins us, James the singer.
Oh, hello, James.
James has joined us, so hello, James.
On Facebook.
Yeah. It would have been nice for you to turn up earlier on, James. I mean, what sort of time is it? But no, it's good to see you, James. And I didn't get to play your new song yesterday because I didn't do my show.
It's been too busy hobnobbing with the stars, filming and all that.
Exactly, yeah. But I shall definitely play it on Sunday evening. In fact, Dave's got a show on tomorrow, so I shall pass it on to him and see if he can fit it in. But anyway, getting back to tonight, because it's the end of the night and it's time for us to shuffle off to McDonald's. I mean, to go home.
It's Big Mac time.
Yeah, exactly. McFlurries. So anything at all you want to discuss, as I say, we'll put some stuff on the Facebook. I keep calling it the Facebook. I mean, originally it was called the Facebook, but obviously it's not anymore.
You've been watching films again, haven't
you? Yeah.
But no, I think what we want to do is, I've said this before, Paddy, and I want to push this again. We want to, if you have any form of paranormal group or anything like that, if you're a member of a paranormal group, you want to let us know what you're up to, what you're doing, where you're investigating, if you've caught anything that you think, we want to have a look at, get in contact with us. We don't care where you are. Obviously, it's better off if you're in the northeast of England, but we really genuinely don't mind. But,
and it's not about, remember what we've said, it's not about debunking anything. So if you send us something, we're not going to
have a good look.
No. As I've said many times, we will say they are doing mint McFlurries for Christmas. Ooh, nice. They're doing mint McFlurries anyway. No. I mean, it's good. But yeah, we'll have a look at it, and we might give it an alternative opinion to what it is. But as I've said many, many times, if you've seen something, or you believe you've seen something, then you've seen what you believe you've seen. I'm not inside your head. I don't know how your brain works. So therefore, if you believe that that's what you saw, then that's what you saw. All I can do is look at it and give an alternative, which is what I do. But I never say that you haven't seen what you see you've seen.
And I'll just have a look and I'll say yay or nay.
Yeah, Dave's
I can understand why you've seen that.
Dave's not as diplomatic as me.
What? What?
Yeah, I keep getting wrong because because I tend to be too harsh with people.
I'm definitely the more diplomatic one, mate.
Yeah, I think you probably are. Yeah, without a shadow of doubt. But yeah, if there's anything, if you've got a haunted doll or a haunted anything that you want to tell me about, because sometimes I think my computer's haunted because it just does whatever it wants. It keeps putting these rude pictures of women on it. I don't know how.
That's your dating downloads, Paddy, but hey ho.
No.
How do I always end up talking about your dating experience?
You started it.
I didn't. You
did.
said it.
You did because you were about her. You were about the woman Zelda from Daryl. Emailing me on.
I'm being honest, mate. I've definitely you showed me a photograph of somebody who looks like her. It's that bloody was it Plenty of Fish or something? You know what we should do? Well, we should actually put that up as a profile picture.
All right, I thought you meant put some pictures on of like people that have.
No.
You're trying to get on shot.
Oh, Jesus, no.
So anyway,
yes.
So
getting back to the task.
I was going to say, getting back to the real reason we're here. If you've got anything you want to talk about, any places that you want us to visit, because that's something we're going to be looking at, especially when the new year comes in. We're going to be looking at getting out there. I mean, we've got Christine, who
we're assembling the team.
We're going to lock away in a box somewhere.
We've got a young gentleman called James as well, who
I mean,
has James been in contact?
He sent us a message once saying that he was interested and then never did. But yeah,
James, get back in contact if you're out there and you're listening.
Yeah, James, if you're listening, then please give us a shout. We've got Steve, but obviously for his own personal reasons, we'll have to like sort of make sure that we get on with Steve earlier on. Because Steve was going to be locked in the toilet. Well, not so much locked in the toilet.
Did Steve know that?
But yeah.
He's logging back into the chat room.
Steve volunteered, didn't
he was walking away. He was going to make himself a cup of coffee, and he's tearing back. What?
What? I was going to be. This is like the X-Files. Only the X seems to mean other things. Yeah, the X means anything.
Yeah, it's the SA before the X. That's all.
Yeah, I was going to say the X means anything in this particular thing. The answer's out there somewhere, apparently. Yeah. But yeah, let's have some real stuff. So let's hear from you. Anything you want us to hear? Anything you want us to hear? Well, that'd be pointless. Anything you want us to discuss?
Actually,
anything you want to tell us?
There was a really good. There was a one at an EVP that I found, which I think what we'll do is we'll save that till next week because we haven't got time to do that tonight.
Speaking of EVP, I have a landline phone. I know not a lot of people have them anymore, but I had some messages and I should have really recorded them because they were just white noise. Quite strange it was.
Right.
But yeah, I deleted them. I've got.
But I should have kept. There was a really, really interesting one that I recorded, which what am I? Obviously, we'll let you know which on the website and everything. We'll put a link onto it. But it's quite an interesting one, and I just want to see what people think, because obviously there is sometimes you get some interesting EVPs where there is a little bit of a noise there.
Yeah.
But this one,
I always remember a radio show by the name of Night Owls with Alan Robson
back in the day,
and he did he did his Halloween special thing, and I always remember driving around. I mean, I'm going back. I've been a taxi driver now for 20 years. And
was that when I had horse and cart and everything?
That was when we proper Hackney carriages. And I always remember he played a clip. Well, somebody had sent him a clip, and to show you how long ago it was on video.
Oh dear.
And the video started playing. So let's say it was Porky's. Do you remember Porky's a film? So it was Porky's and rickshaws. Oh, rickshaws! I've got you now. I was like rickshaws. Yeah, he's all about the taxi. So let's say it was Porky's. I'm sure it was round about that time anyway. So it might have even been Porky's. And he started to play it, and it started to play, and then it turned to white noise, and then you heard a voice. And he played it, and you could distinctly hear this voice. Now, obviously, I wasn't there when he received this recording. I wasn't there when the recording was made. So, well, it could have been anything. But I always remember, like I said, we're talking like sort of 20 years ago when I heard it. But it's always stuck in my head.
Just while you've been gassing there, Paddy, sorry to steal your thunder a bit.
All right, right.
What I've actually done is I've just hooked up my phone. I've just hooked up my phone to the studio, right? And what I'm going to do is this is on, and it's Susanna Dark, right? And she's a psychic clairvoyant. Now this girl, what she does is she obviously I've never met her, don't know what the situation is, but looking through her website and stuff, she was previously known as Sue Clark, and she does tarot readings, and she is a medium, I believe. Yeah, she's a psychic clairvoyant. All right, so and what I'm going to do, she actually records her when she's doing the tarot cards, she records it for her customers.
Right.
And what I'm going to do you're going to hear her speaking, and then you're going to hear the anomaly on the cassette. Now, apparently, she's saying she's pleased about during a face-to-face reading that there was a client in my shop. She said that she encountered a detached voice of spirit came through, and obviously I'm going to play that for you now. And she's trying to work out what it actually said. What it said, hello or no. But see what you think. I know I've said that. I shouldn't have really said.
Yeah, I was going to say you've sort of given the
but have a listen.
Given the game away.
It's quite clear. But have a listen to it, right? So we'll put that.
So am I going to hear this through my headphones?
You will hear this in your headphones, yeah.
Was that in the background?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was in the background.
I didn't hear what they said, but.
Right, okay, so I'll play that again. So if you listen for it again, I'm going to turn the volume up on it ever so slightly. All right, if you just give us completely go.
I heard something, but I wouldn't be able to make out what it was.
Well, that's obviously that there is
sound like ooh, I know.
Yeah, that's
what Christy said. I couldn't. I just heard a noise. I just heard a voice. I wouldn't be able to say what it was.
What I suggest you do is obviously we're probably playing right into the thing here, right into the game. But it's Susanna Dark. Psychic clairvoyant. It's actually on her front page. If you go and have a look at that and have a listen and tell me, and obviously if you want to get in contact with us, and let us know what you think that is, because I think that would be.
The problem I have with things like that, and no, I'm not disputing that. The problem I have is that she is of that genre, isn't she? She's of the paranormal genre. So to hear something, why she's doing something like that, it's like another one that I was watching today was a guy talking on the webcam, and he's sitting directly in front of a door, and the door opens whilst he's talking, but he's doing paranormal stuff. He's talking about paranormal stuff, and the door's opening. If it was a gamer, let's say, it was somebody like talking about. Call of Duty or something, and something happened, then I would find that more realistic than somebody who's actually doing a paranormal thing. But I mean, obviously, you've got the fact that because they're involved in the paranormal, they could have woken something. So I can say that from
the interesting thing
from a paranormal point of view.
For me, the reason why I wanted that one, I wanted to play that one for you is because she is obviously she's doing tarot readings.
Yeah.
She's just recording it, so obviously all the information that you do when you do a tarot reading and you give that information to the people and you say blah 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 blah, and you go boom, and it's like there's the information.
Yeah.
Obviously, it helps people to remember.
Yeah.
obviously I quite like tarot cards and things like that.
Right.
But that is definitely an anomaly. Now, whether it's in back in the old days, you could turn around and say it's a tape, recording, it's made a noise or whatever it is and stuff. I don't know, but that for me there is a very, very interesting one. That one, because it's kind of she's talking. It's quite off key. It's quite loud. It's quite out of place for what it is.
Yeah. I fully get what you're saying, and I fully understand exactly what you're saying. The problem I have is that it's a paranormal thing she's doing.
Yeah.
And there's something paranormal supposedly happening.
Yeah.
And that's the problem I have.
Well, that's why I said
if it was, as I say, a gamer telling the tale or whatever, then it'd be I would have more. I'd be more inclined to believe it. But the problem with anomalies.
Diane's saying there, what if she nearly dropped the cards and said, "Oh, I completely get that, and I do." And the thing is, this is what I want to do. I want to kind of listen to it and go, is this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm wanting people's opinions. I'm not saying this is what I
think
it
is.
I
know you're not. I know you're not.
I'm asking.
You're just putting something out there.
Because you see,
I've just read stories of dolls. Doesn't mean that I believe them dolls are haunted. It could have been a good business down there.
Yeah. It's an
interesting to come in and
if you but the thing is for me, I've listened to that probably about 8 or 9 times now, and I've got to be honest with you, just very, very quickly plugging it in. What I might do is I might record it, put it through the studio, obviously have the original go, this is the original, and this is obviously when it's been enhanced and stuff like that. But when you do actually, I listen to it with these headphones I've got on through that, because of the Bluetooth, and there's a distinct noise. It's
you can hear something. You can hear something without a shadow of a doubt. But is it paranormal? And the problem, this is what I'm saying. The problem I have is, even if it is paranormal, she's involved with the paranormal. And something paranormal's happened. Whereas, I mean, you could go argue the route of, well, it happened because she was waiting in the paranormal spirits. You could argue that. Or it could be she's into the paranormal. She wants people to, go down the route of, listen to me, watch me, whatever. So let's do something paranormal.
That's why I said.
Oh yeah.
She's going to get 1,000,001 hits on her website or whatever.
I fully understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just like I say, the problem I have is that she's involved, and the same as this guy on Facebook who shared this video of him, and obviously, you had people going, well, that could be somebody pushing open the door, and he then went into the whole. Yeah, but I was in the house by myself, and which we obviously, he might have been in the house by himself, and it might be paranormal. But the problem is, there was no evidence to say that there was somebody. I can quite easily say there's nobody in the house. I mean, as it happens, there isn't anybody in my house but me. But I can easily say there was nobody in the house and the door opened. But that doesn't mean that nobody was in the house and the door open. I mean, does that mean every single film that is watched, such as The Conjuring, Conjuring 2, The Haunted and all them, where things happen, aren't staged? And not because they're staged for a film.
The fact is, at the end of the day, it's that age old.
The fact at the end of the day, it's tomorrow already.
It is. It's Friday already.
Friday the 8th of November.
Yes, and we're nearly 20 past midnight.
Well, it was 45 minutes the last time, Dave, so we should really just... Well, if we go for another 10 minutes, then we'll have done our 4 hours.
Well, do you know what? I'm just looking here. I'm looking on the studio there. We've actually got 2 minutes to do.
Oh, right. Oh, well, then,
we've got a 4-hour show that we can put on at any time.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me...
Just when you thought it was safe to turn on the radio.
Yes.
Paddy and Dave.
We're back.
Paranormal Experience.
Dead easy. Obviously, if you've got anything like that, anything you want us to listen to, please get in contact with us.
Yeah, we want to hear it all.
Yeah.
The whole idea of this show is for entertainment, but we're not into the entertainment. We're
not going to fake it.
Yeah. I mean, Dave and I had a conversation, and no disrespect to Christine, no disrespect to Linda, who I know is a fan of the crystals, no disrespect to anybody else who uses crystals, but me and Dave have both decided that crystals aren't what we're going to use. And the reason is because there's so many vernaculars,
so many
ways that they could be seen as a trick.
We want to
go down that route.
We want to do really what we want to do is we want to do it scientific. We'll try anything once because we're like that. The scientific side of things, I think, is going to be more the way that it is. And there you go. That was wow. That's my PC saying it's good night, folks.
Yeah, I said Dave's PC is about to die. But yeah, so obviously we'll try anything once. That sounds wrong.
Within reason.
We will try anything once. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we will be on the route of real stuff. So if we go on a ghost hunt, as we did with the Welcome Tavern, and nothing comes of it, then that's what we will tell you. Nothing came of it. What we won't do is we won't go down the route of making stuff up. We will never. What you see is what actually happens. We will not at any point say to you, this is what happened. I mean, I know I mentioned about the temperature fluctuation that Dave felt. But that was it. That was exactly it. It was a fluctuation in temperature. There was nothing we could actually do to show you it, because you can't show a temperature fluctuation. You can only talk about it. So, there's nothing we could show you. Obviously, there was people there who said that he'd experienced a fluctuation with the temperature and whatever. But as I said, I didn't actually feel it, and I'm just. Dave's knocking me microphone all hour, so I'm just dodging around trying to get to it. So we will never ever go somewhere and make it up. That's probably the easiest way of saying it. If you see it on our live stream, or if you hear us talking about it on the show, then it did actually happen. Because that's what we want. We want real as possible. So if there's something you want us to have a look at, something you want us to discuss, then please get in touch and we will do it. But I think that's it, Dave. I think we've I think we've overstayed our welcome.
I think the everything electrical is about to go haywire in the studio.
I think the poltergeists are telling us to get off.
Yeah.
So
or the McDonald's demons.
Yeah, exactly. So Dave, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
On his Dance Decades from 7:00, and I, believe it or not, will be back on Sunday evening from 6. So until then, it's good night from me.
It's good night from him.
Good night.